BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
Before you get stuck into your podcast, I'm Jonathan Agnew talking you through a very new mini-series hitting Test Match Special. It's called Project Ashes. Over the last year, I've been speaking to the people who are in charge of England's attempts to win Down Under.
It's loud. They let you know that they don't like you. Got to try and embrace it if you can.
We're under no illusions. In our last 10 tests, we're 9-0 down.
England have only won once in Australia in the last 34 years. But could that change this winter?
And in comes Pat Cummins from the far end. He bowls to Stokes, who hammers it for four!
Come up against this baggy green thing that they keep talking about, and I'd love to, stick one up them.
This is Project Ashes.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Now, back to your podcast.
Series 5 of Match of the Day Top 10. You know the drill by now. You might hear a bit of bad language every now and then. The good news is we've now got a swear jar, which means Alan Shearer might be able to fund a night out with Micah by the end of the series. Thanks for listening. The star strikers, the tricky wingers, the maverick midfielders, they always get all the attention on shows like Match of the Day Top 10. So this time, we're paying tribute to the players who go under the radar. Yes, it's the Premier League's unsung heroes. We're debating this with Alan and Micah. Firstly, what is an unsung hero? If you're a hero, how can you be unsung?
Yeah, it's a good point, that, actually. But someone who never gets the credit, no matter what they do in the team. Is always them
like
players.
Alan and me.
You're on every single list. Jesus Christ. BBC are running out of things for you two.
I've never been on any list.
Yeah, well, you have, haven't you? But not the Premier. Maybe not the Premier League.
Any kind of list.
Goal scoring list you're on. A lot.
Not any list.
Not in this one, but over the BBC.
Didn't exist. That's unsung. When your whole career is wiped out. That is unsung.
Did you used to be a player, did you?
I played a little bit. Yeah.
An unsung hero is someone who
Journeyman,
is
possibly, or
reliable, who does a brilliant job, but quietly.
Not necessarily the fans' favourite.
Not necessarily the fans' favourite, but the fans really appreciate who and what they are and what they do. And that's how I would describe an unsung hero.
So why isn't Micah Richards on this list?
Because he's unsung.
Oversung.
Just over. I'm surprised I'm not on this list, actually, to be honest.
I just thought that now. We've got some good ones, though. Here it is, the list of top 10 Premier League's unsung heroes, as always, in no particular order. The Romford Pelly himself, Ray Parlour. Over 400 Premier League appearances, but one of the unsung class of 92 members, Nicky Butt. West Ham, Spurs and Manchester United midfielder Michael Carrick. Long-time Chelsea defender Branislav Ivanovic. One of Alan's former teammates at Blackburn, Tim Sherwood. Coming up to 600 Premier League appearances for 5 clubs, it's Liverpool's James Milner. 653 Premier League appearances for Mr. Reliable, Gareth Barry. Premier League winner with Leicester and Chelsea. World Cup winner as well. N'Golo Kante. The first striker on the list is the much-travelled Robbie Keane. And finally, Everton's Australian stalwart, Tim Cahill. Decent enough list. One missing off it for me, Scott Carson.
Scott Carson.
Scott Carson. any man who costs Micah Richards his £1 million bonus, mentioned on a previous episode, has to be an unsung hero.
He's gone right up in my estimation.
Right, is there any other players who the kind of players that you play with, chaps?
Scott Parker?
Scott Parker, what a shout that is.
Yeah.
Probably Zabaleta again.
Yeah, you mentioned him a few times.
Yeah,
I think he's on your mind somehow.
Yeah, get out. He's in my head.
He's got in your head.
He's in my head. No one that I've played with. I think.
Yeah.
There's a couple in here that I played with. So.
Yeah. Lots of I mean, where do we start? We start with 10 to 6, and we'll start with Alan this time.
OK, I've gone number 10, Tim Cahill.
Yeah.
Number 9, Robbie Keane.
Keane. Both strikers out of the way. Bush. 8.
Number 8, Gareth Barry.
Oh, I'm confused in your list. But anyway, continue.
You'll have your chance.
Yeah,
You'll be shortly.
Confused about my list. Number 7 is Ivanovic. And number 6 is Tim Sherwood.
Micah.
Kante's my number 10.
What?
Yeah, because he's not unsung. He's sung all the way from the terraces.
That's fair enough.
So it shouldn't even be in the list. It's ridiculous it's in here.
Okay.
But we don't do the list.
No, we don't.
Robbie Keane, number 9.
Snap.
Parlour, number 8.
Parlour.
Ivanovic, number 7.
Snap again.
And Nicky Butt, number 6.
Right. Why were you whining at him when there were obvious similarities in there?
Because you're going to obviously put Kante further up in the list, but Kante, he's not unsung hero. Everyone that mentioned Chelsea, he's sung by everybody.
I would agree with everything you've said.
But he is in the list. But he is in the list. Therefore, is he the most influential unsung hero on that list? Because he's...
And why I would have him a lot higher is that when you look at his appearances compared to all the others, I mean, other than Tim Cahill, 226, and N'Golo Kante is 196 at the minute. When you look at what he's practically won the lot. He hasn't won the European Championships, hasn't won a League Cup, I don't think. Everything else, World Cup, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup. But
if you say Chelsea, who's Chelsea's best player?
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
You'll say Kante, especially being a Leicester man.
Yeah, I love
You'd say Kante. Yeah. So he's not unsung hero, is he?
I don't disagree with you. Again, we don't do these lists. Especially not when Micah gets upset.
Yeah.
His voice
but
has gone up.
You can see why he's put in the list in a way.
Yeah, I can see
because he's quiet, isn't he? And he's so modest and he's shy and he just smiles all the time and he should be in the top 10 superheroes.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he should. Yeah. He's a quality player.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He's top notch.
Yeah, he's the best player in that list. You think? There you go.
Yes.
Different question.
Yes, he's the best.
I think he has to be, doesn't he?
Yeah, I agree. He's the best. He's best on there.
Okay, that was a different question, obviously. Yeah. Alan, you've gone, interestingly, that you've put the two strikers, 10 and 9. Is that a similar argument, perhaps, to Micah's in terms of unsung heroes? Because strikers are always the ones that get the credit.
Yeah, certainly in the case of Robbie Keane, Tim Cahill I sort of understand because $1.5 million from Millwall. Did a very good job. I don't think anyone would have expected him to have done what he did. David Moyes got the best out of him. But I think compared to others on the list, and certainly Tim and Robbie, I think certainly with Robbie, we knew everything about him. He wasn't sort of unsung. He had a career, and it was a long one. Played for so many clubs, Robbie Keane. So that's why I've got those 10 and 9.
Mm. You, however, have Cahill in your top 5 clearly because he's not in your.
Yeah, I just feel for his attributes. Yeah.
And his goal celebration.
He's tight with the boxing and all that. Yeah, he's brilliant. Always used to score against Mikhail though as well. He's only 5'10".
You say that about a lot of strikers. I'm starting to.
Wonder why I got dropped on it.
I'm intrigued to see your top 5.
I know, yeah, it's not bad.
Zabaleta.
He wasn't that tall, was he? But his timing of his header was brilliant. Yeah. You just think you've got him. He just pull out and timing. Yeah, it was great. So that's why he gets a little bit. I don't think when you mention top strikers, he's not top level, but what he did in the Premier League for a team that was improving like Everton, I think he was an unsung hero.
Mm. Why do you think they're unsung though? Why do you think they don't get the credit?
Because there's better players in the team. Normally.
I think it's that.
There's better players in the team, or
so
they do the dirty work.
Perhaps the dirty work. They're more consistent over a long period of time. Longevity.
I don't necessarily agree with better players in the team because I'll give you another example. Michael Carrick. I mean, Michael Carrick was a fantastic footballer.
He was a really beautiful footballer.
And in
No,
terms
when I
of
say
what he
better
did-
team, I mean like if Ronaldo's in the team
Yeah.
and there's Carrick. Ronaldo's obviously better than Carrick, and he does the stuff that we want to see really, taking people on. So I meant better, not necessarily he's a bad footballer, just there's other people who can do things that we want to see. Entertainment, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Tim Cahill, there's only 226 appearances on there as well, which is why I had him at 10. And when you compare that to most of the others, other than Kante, I mean, Kante is 196, as I said. He's just on a different level,
Because the level of footballer that he was.
Which we've said, but a lot of these, the longevity and the number of appearances.
It's interesting how you actually do judge this, isn't it? Because you've got Kante at 10 when he's clearly the best player, but you're making a list about you've been given a difficult one because you don't feel he's unsung.
Yeah.
Which he's not, but none of them are. But it's
It's
really
just what I think about who the player who plays for a team that was successful and doesn't get the credit.
Yeah.
Whereas I think of Kante,
That's a good way of looking at it.
I think he gets the credit. Everyone knows how good Kante is.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
You both got Robbie Keane at 9. Do you not think he gets the credit?
Yeah, I think
he got lots of credit.
I think
for
Defoe,
goal
though,
scorer.
Defoe got a little bit more credit than Robbie Keane when they was playing together.
Do you think Defoe's better than Robbie Keane, or is Robbie Keane better than Defoe?
You see, that is such a good question.
There's a first time for everything.
You know what it is? It's about time, isn't it? When he went to Inter Milan, wasn't it? And he was only young there. I feel like sometimes when he goes somewhere and he don't play, he seems a little bit of a failure to a certain extent, even though he went there when he was really young, which is ridiculous. And he was at Leeds as well. He did well at Leeds.
Had some moves, didn't he?
He did have some great moves. He
scored goals everywhere he went, really, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored goals. But maybe he was just... Because I played against Robbie Keane, and I was never scared of playing against him.
Played against
It
Defoe
never
as well?
I played against Defoe as well.
And him? Were you scared of him? Not scared. I mean, scared's probably the wrong word, but
I was just...
who's the hardest to play against?
It's weird because Robbie Keane was probably harder to play against because he would drop his shoulder a little bit more, come into pockets where you don't want to go. But you know, if you give Defoe a chance, he would just score. So it was very difficult.
I think there were different players.
Players,
weren't there?
yeah.
I think Jermaine was more of a goal scorer.
Player.
Robbie Keane was
Bit more off to his
more number 10.
Yes.
And also could score goals. Yeah. Not as prolific as Defoe was, but slightly different.
So neither of you answered the question. Which one's the better striker?
Well, it depends what your striker you want.
Exactly,
Goal
depends what
scorer.
system.
Goal scorer.
Who score goals?
I think if you want to play a team with Barcelona, I'm taking Robbie Keane.
Let's spin it
Real
around.
Madrid, I'm taking.
Let's spin it around. Who would you pick? Jermaine Defoe or Robbie Keane?
Keane, just.
Would you?
Yeah. I think he's got a tad.
He's got a bit more to his game, exactly.
I think it's just a tad from watching them close. Very little in it. Very little in it. That's why I asked the question, because I think they've both got a lot of similarities, slightly different in a way. But I think if I've had to pick one, I don't know. It's difficult, but I'd just edge it with Robbie Keane. I think.
I'd agree. I'd agree
Just
with
my
that.
opinion.
Yeah.
But they're both terrific.
That's why he's an unsung hero.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Because he's edging it, but he's still not getting the credit that Defoe gets. So he's an unsung hero.
I think Defoe could be on this list, couldn't he?
Could be, yeah. But we don't make the list.
But I don't think strikers should ever be on a hero list, personally, because obviously we get all the glory, don't we? You score the winning goal, you get the headlines, and
that's why mine on 10 and 9 on here.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't disagree with you on that, Alan. Pains me to say, but there we go. Right, Ivanovic, you've both got at 7, and well, he was solid, wasn't he, for Chelsea?
He was class. He should have been in best. I don't think he was in best fullbacks. I don't know why the list put me in there.
Maybe because he played sometimes at centre half, and there's a bit
but he was
real
list. top notch. He could do any 3 at the back, 4 at the back.
Strong as well.
Strong, score goals from
That's what I mean. He could go forward as well. He was
tough
fit.
mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
hard.
Yes,
Yeah.
But you don't think of Ivanovic too much when you think of Chelsea, do you? There's other players in the team, but he was.
Did you ever see that clip? I thought it was quite funny, where there were just a few of the Chelsea players standing around. They're asked about their best ever Strongest team, biggest club in the world. That's the question, biggest club in the world.
No.
And Hazard says, and then you go to Ivanovic and he goes, Arsenal. and Hazard just cracks up.
Oh, I've seen that.
You've seen it?
I've seen the edited version.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was Drogba there as well.
I can't remember who was there, but Hazard just absolutely... I shouldn't say that. Anyway, I digress on that. That's quite amusing. But, yeah, kind of tough match. Tough.
Yeah, it was good, though. It was decent technically as well, though. People just think he's big and strong. And he was dependable. Yeah. Really good player.
I think that's a common theme on this list, is that we'll probably say is reliable, depend on them. Yeah. Which is why they've probably all played so many times.
Yeah. Well, seldom making the headlines, which I suppose justifies the
and
name.
every team or every manager would need and crave one of these players in terms of reliability. Yeah. You have to have those in your team. They're brilliant to have. Yeah.
What was his... Do you think also perhaps they don't have an obvious strength sometimes? It's just like a mixture to their game.
Well, good at most things. Yeah. Maybe not...
A master of a form.
Maybe not. I mean, take Kante out, but maybe not. Yeah.
Carrick was a great passer.
Brilliant at anything, but very good at everything.
Yeah.
This list is a bit funny, though, isn't it? It's like when you get the most improved list when you're a kid. You don't really want to be on this list, do you?
It's like when you're a kid, you get the Sportsman of the
Year.
Hang on a minute, these have all won Premier League.
Yeah, but you don't want to be on this. You want to be top 10 player, don't you? You don't want to be unsung hit, you know what I mean? It's a bit... Yeah.
Is that why you took yourself off this list? That's not true, actually. That's not true. You didn't at all. You got Ray Parlour at 8. And obviously you've got him in your top 5.
He was technically outstanding, wasn't he? The way he used to move, but he just... What did they call him? What was his nickname?
Romford Pele.
Romford Pele. And he was just a geezer, wasn't he? He just had a bit about him. Yeah. Lovely footballer, and he just didn't get the credit, I don't think. He was better than people give him credit for. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he played in some great teams as well. That always helps. But when I think Arsenal, he's always out. He mentioned the great players first, and then he's like, he comes after, oh yeah, and Parlour was in that.
A real winner.
Real winner.
Didn't he have one cup final, didn't he, where he scored a...
Oh, yes.
Cracking goal.
Cracking, that was on
two.
TV.
They always are, the cup finals, Micah.
No. Yeah, hold on. Look, he's like, do not edit that to make him sound good. Do not. It was on recently, the rerun.
I'm in charge here. That stays in the edit. But I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah.
It was like, you got me good and proper, didn't he?
It was on TV.
2002. 2002. It was Chelsea, wasn't it? Yeah, Chelsea. That's right.
Was it a wonder goal, though? I think it was
a cracking goal.
It was a wonder goal. It was a wonder goal.
That's a fantastic goal.
Yeah, that's what I've seen it.
Yeah. That's on TV. Now, I'm a little bit surprised here, I have to say, Alan.
Why?
That you've got Gareth Barry as low as 8. That does surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, 8,347,652 Premier League appearances, and you've got him at 8. Never had a bad game.
Well, I know. When I compare him to the others and what the others have sort of won, I played with Tim Sherwood, so I know how good he was, which is why I probably got him higher than.
You think Tim Sherwood's a better player than Gareth Barry?
Ooh. When I played with him, he was outstanding. So yes.
That's all right. You can. Yeah. Personal preference is fine.
He was brilliant. He was our captain when we won it, and he was when he played and when we won it, he was amazing.
Yeah. Do you think he was? Did he get the credit he deserved at that time?
Probably not, because it was probably myself and Sutton with the goals, and maybe Hendry. Tim Flowers got a lot of credit for the way he played. Wingers as well. Ripley, Wright, Wilcox left. So he probably didn't get enough credit, and he was great in the dressing room. But he was a very, very gifted player. So that's why I've got him higher.
Interesting character, though, isn't he?
He seems. I mean, I've met him 2 or 3 times.
Not shy.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
We call him chocolate at Villa. We did.
Yeah.
He loved himself, didn't he? He'd be like that in the giving it all that on the bus. Like, I loved him. I loved him. He was a great manager to work for in terms of the personal side.
God, you played for him.
Yeah,
didn't you?
Villa.
Yeah. That's why you got him in your top 5.
Did he get the best out of Benteke? When Benteke was there?
So the year
That's he had when he had his good run.
Yes, the year before when I went on that. Well, it might have been a couple of seasons when I went on that running on the FA Cup or whatever it was.
Yes.
But he was manager. He was the best.
Really?
He knew how to look after me. Up until my career, when it went down at Villa, I was playing some of the best football of my career. I was getting, I should be in the England squad. I think it was you two who actually said he's playing some of the best football of his life. He should be back in the England squad. I was playing centre half. You was giving me credit. Well, you know. Yeah, you know.
Well, we all have a bad day in the office, don't we?
See that water in there? It's like f***ing vodka or gin or something, is it? He should have been in England. He's had 5 glasses of gin there, look.
It was you two that said it.
And it was great. He was honest. He would come in and, he'd praise you. I remember one time I was playing against, I think it was Liverpool away. And he just come in and he went, now, Mike, he was today. And I was just like, you know what you're supposed to do to that? It was just brutally honest every time. And I just loved it. And then when you played
love
well,
being told you were
well, if I deserve it, yeah. But honestly, he was a great lad. Great. I think maybe it was difficult because a lot of people say he wanted to be one of the players a bit too much. You know, he needed that to draw that line. But
he's kind of become a little bit of a fun figure in many ways, hasn't he?
Well, he's not shy, is he?
Yeah.
Some of the things that he says. And he was like that in the dressing room, you know. He would make a comment and you'd look back and think, really? Really? But he just, because of his personality, he sort of got away with it. And that's what he does now on TV, isn't it? And you think, maybe he perhaps should have thought about that.
He don't care, though. That's what I mean. He doesn't care what other people think.
He's a brilliant lad.
You know, sometimes when we're doing punditry or whatever we're doing, we sort of say what you think people want to hear. He just says his opinion. And
what do you do? Do you just say what people want to hear?
Well, it depends. Well, I said about Chelsea, didn't I? I said Tuchel, he'll win nothing, didn't I? Oh, my God. I was trending. I was trending for about 3 days. He goes and wins the Champions League and he's like, media career's over.
What on earth possessed you to say that?
No, because basically, Chelsea at the time, he's having his difficult spell at PSG, wasn't he? He had that great team there. And then he was at Dortmund.
He won loads. He won the treble the season.
Yeah, but he went to the Champions League final and lost, didn't he? Well, and you think with that team, he's got to do it. So I just thought he had a bigger job on his hands at Chelsea than first, when you first look at the squad, you're thinking, they didn't really have a striker. I thought it was going to be difficult, and then he goes and wins the...
So are you secretly hoping Chelsea don't win the league this season?
Oh, my God. So every time Chelsea wins something...
No secret.
Every time, they just remind me, Was
it on TV or social? Or?
It was in my article. So I can sort of say, to be honest, I didn't really say it. Do you know what I mean? It didn't... No, got
but you did.
But you did.
Yeah, I said it. Oh.
So Gareth Barry, why is he that low?
When I look at the other players and what they've won, and I know Gareth won the Premier League at City, didn't he?
Yes.
653 appearances speaks for itself. So Mr. Reliable, dependable. There was nothing spectacular about him, was there? He just went out and did a job every single week. But when you look at the others, I just think they probably won more.
Yeah, I would go against that in terms of spectacular. So, when a defensive midfielder gets the ball, and you'll know as a strikers, you'll bend your run or whatnot, you know when the midfielder's going to play the ball forward. Gareth Barry would receive the ball anywhere on the pitch, and other players would shy away from the ball. And even though...
He always wanted it.
Yeah, it was that 2010 World Cup, was it, when England played Germany, and Ozil ran past him. Yeah. And it's sort of, people have got that lingering, he's a bit slow enough. But honestly, in training, he never get the ball away. He was one of the fittest, always pass forward when he could. And it's like, again, when we talk about Man City winning the league, you talk about Silva, Aguero, Tevez and company. But Gareth Barry was the missing piece into into getting to that level.
Therefore, I need to find out where he is on your list. So give me your 5 to 1.
Okay. So I've gone Cahill number 5.
Yep.
Sherwood has gone number 4. Carrick number 3.
Very high. Yep.
Gareth Barry number 2. And James Milner. I mean, he's got... I mean, he goes to Liverpool. He wins the league and the Champions League after deemed not good enough for Man City. That is ridiculous.
We'll come to that. Alan?
Ray Parlour 5. Nicky Butt 4. Kante 3. Michael Carrick 2. And James Milner 1.
Both.
We agreed.
Yeah, I'm not particularly surprised at that. We've done Nicky Butt. Not too dissimilar. 6 and 4. You've got him in. He's part of the class of '92. I suppose
Newcastle as well.
Yeah. I suppose emerging as part of that team, that group of players, when some of them were clearly superstars.
Yeah.
That's why he would have been unsung, but he was terrific midfielder.
He was all over the park.
Yeah.
He was really tough, hard to play against.
Technically good or to the level of, say, Gareth Barry or...
Yeah, I wouldn't put him technically like Carrick or Sherwood or even Gareth Barry, to be honest, but in terms of reliability, yeah. And he was a really, really good lad in the dressing room.
He would have won a lot.
Wouldn't. Yeah, and that's why I had him at number 4 because of that, and 411 appearances. I mean, to have that many, and I know Gareth Barry was 6'5", can you? I mean, it is staggering, you know, when you think about it.
How did you, mate? Do you know?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Premier League games?
5,
Yeah.
late 5, something.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I have 0. That Manchester United, I suppose you've got him in 6, but...
Yeah, I've got him in 6.
You both got Carrick ahead of him, interestingly. Better footballer?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was a wonderful player. I mean, some of those passes, long range, short, keep the ball moving, really good all-round midfield.
Should Michael Carrick have played more games for England?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Without doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know how much...
Why was... He just didn't really get too much of a look in, did he? He played... I mean, obviously he got a few caps, but...
I thought he should have got a lot more.
Like
yeah.
him.
I was a big
he's one
fan
of those
his.
holding players that would play forward.
And handling the ball in difficult situations, he was one of the best at that.
It wasn't the most mobile of a midfielder, though, because he was quite tall, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think
but
that's the only...
In many ways, it's difficult comparisons, but, Busquets was But where everyone had the faith... I mean, Busquets was probably one of the greatest holding players of all time. But there were similarities between the two. And the fact that they'd take the ball in confined space and get themselves out of it and play a little.
But he didn't play in a team which wanted to play that way. If Carrick would have played in the Spanish side, he would have been...
I think he would.
He'd been great.
Yeah.
But when he played in England and everyone's scared to get on the ball because you don't want to be on the news of the world getting 4 out of 10 on a Sunday after the Saturday's game.
Believe you me, they can be unbelievably critical in Spain as well, and in Italy. And in Brazil and in Argentina, because we've grown up and we experienced that ourselves. Yeah, we think, our press, our media are more critical.
Did you never get hammered in Italy? No.
Never got hammered in Italy. They didn't know my name. That's why.
Couldn't read the paper.
I just seen a little marks there. I was like, oh, that's all right. But yeah, I agree with that. I think he was superb player, Carrick. Don't know if I ever played him in England though. I can't remember going back that far, but he was playing against him. He could get nowhere near him. He tried to press him, and he's already done it. He's
intelligent.
His brain was on a different way, and he probably was a little bit more mobile than Gareth Barry.
Yeah,
that's what stopped Gareth Barry a little bit.
Why do you think he didn't feature with the national
Well,
team?
It's all about managers'
manager,
opinions, isn't it?
How they want to play.
I mean, when he was at Spurs and West Ham, he started that, didn't he? And then to Man United, I thought he was a terrific player.
But don't forget, though, he's up against Gerrard, Scholes,
Lampard,
Hargreaves. So if it was playing now, we'd probably have 100 caps. So that's the difference.
But you name those players, but there's not necessarily an obvious pivot there, is there? Holding kind of...
But you're trying to fit people in. You
That
can't
was
keep
that-
Lampard
was
on the bench.
was that problem? England's problem?
Yeah, but
Trying to
you can't
putting
bench.
square pegs into round holes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's easy for us to say that, isn't it?
I
But
agree.
If you leave Lampard or Gerrard or Joe Cole or Beck, whoever it would have been, Hargreaves played when he was at Bayern Munich, and he ended up going to right back, didn't he, Hargreaves? But Scholes, it's impossible. It's impossible
But the
as a
problem
manager.
what he did, that Sven in particular kept playing one of them on the left, didn't he? Either Scholes or Gerrard, and it never worked, did it?
We'll never know.
We'll never know, though. We'll never know. It's too late to find out. 34 caps in total.
You should have double that.
Yeah,
easy.
with the quality
least.
that he had.
At least.
Double
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, you've got Kante at 3. Micah expressed his reasons why he's 10. If you've taken it away from the fact that Micah thinks he was not an unsung hero, you put him high enough to suggest you do think he was an unsung hero. But why is he not at the top? Because he's the best
I'll tell you
player.
why. The only reason he's not at the top is because of the number of appearances.
Fair enough.
196
Longevity.
compared to Carrick 481 and Milner 565, and that's the only reason why he's at 3 and those two are above him. But ability-wise, he's the best player on that list. I would never argue with that.
Agreed.
He'd improve absolutely any team on the planet, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone cover as much grass as him.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone intercept so many tackles, reading of the ball, nicking that ball just when you don't expect him to do that. He's had 1 or 2 niggling injuries over the past 12 months or so.
Yeah.
But before that, he never seemed to get injured and miss any games. So,
Fernandinho or Kante?
Kante.
You like Kante? You think there's a different level? Yeah, I would go with Kante as well.
I think Kante's just,
but
just that extra sharpness and that extra... And also, we talk about him on the ball and this, but he breaks the lines,
He can burst.
He'll
He's
burst
got
through.
that burst of pace, hasn't he?
Through.
His finishing is the only thing that lets him down.
Yeah, he's not going to score you many goals.
Yeah, he's not composed.
He'll get the odd one. James Milner, you agree? You're in accord.
I mean, forget the football side, just how he keeps himself conditioned. He's still getting the highest sprint distance covered in the games. What is he, 35 now?
Yeah. I actually apologised to him and on air because I did a tweet a few years ago and I tweeted something like, I was watching him because he always played in different positions, didn't he?
Yeah,
and I did a tweet along the lines of, I'm not quite sure what James Milner is.
Okay.
And I shouldn't. I was wrong because actually what he is an unbelievably brilliant professional. Play anywhere for you.
Yeah.
And it'd be brilliantly consistent. And I apologise. And he took it with great
I was at
spirit.
Newcastle with him.
Yeah.
As a player.
What was he like?
As a youngster.
How old was he then?
He had the same attitude then as he does now, which is why.
Well, you can't change your attitude.
Which is why he's achieved what he has done in the game.
But if you look at my career, I remember playing Newcastle, playing Milner. I bullied him off the park. It was easy game. So when it comes to your comments, you're thinking he's working hard, but he's not really got that much quality because he was playing out of position. He's not playing. He's not a left winger.
What is his position? Do you think?
I think he's number 8. You know the times when he was at Aston Villa where he's not quite the number 10.
Yeah.
He's not deep lying. Yeah. But
he played for England for a while. He played quite a lot on the right wing, didn't he? And he's a good crosser of the ball.
He was a very good crosser of the ball. He had that ability where he could just move it and whip it.
Do you think perhaps with players like James Milner, one of the reasons that they become unsung is because they do play in so many different positions? It's like the point I was making. I'm not sure what his best position is. Yeah. That can count against him in many. I played with Gary Lineker at Tottenham, he could play midfield, he could play anywhere across the back four, he could, and he was, and in the end he kind of settled more towards central defence, and that's when he got a few games for England. But it's that sort of jack of all trades, master of none in a way, can count for you in terms of a manager, because every manager needs a player that can fit into different positions. But perhaps when you get to the highest level of all, it can count against you because there are other specialists in all those
It's a
positions.
manager's dream. He would probably never ever be late. He would be first and last off the training ground. Whenever you put him in the pitch at whatever position, he would do a job for you. He would be a 7 out of 10. Right back, right wing, central midfield, wherever you asked him to play. He would never moan. So he's always great to have in the dressing room.
That Twitter parody account, which I think he dealt with brilliantly.
Yeah.
He plays up to it, and that boring James Milner. And then he started doing stuff himself, didn't he? Like cutting the grass with scissors in his garden.
It's class.
It's very funny.
It's completely different to being boring, though.
By the way he dealt with that, you can tell that he's actually got a great sense of humour.
He's one of the funniest people you'll ever meet. Yeah, really? He's got that dry banter, hasn't he? Like he doesn't take himself too seriously. Like Alan said, he works hard, and he's a great teammate as well. So if anything was going wrong, you could go speak to him. He's Yorkshire, isn't he? Proper Yorkshire, still Yorkshire. Everything is just black and white, isn't it? It's millions.
How long do you think he'll keep going? Because he's still, very much part of that squad there, isn't he?
It wouldn't surprise me if he ended up on a coaching role with Liverpool.
Oh, right.
If he chooses to go down that route, then I think Liverpool would do well.
Such a good example he sets to all the young players there as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's just he's everything, and he's with the PFA. Like when he got these big agents trying to nip you and all that. He stayed with the PFA all his career, and just everything's just straight down the line. Yeah. What a guy he is! What a guy!
What a guy!
He's earned some money, that lad.
But he's never had £1 million bonus.
2 million easy.
Neither is he. And on that note, we'll call it a day. They were our Premier League unsung heroes. Feel free to disagree with us by using the hashtag MOTD Top 10. It's fine to have your opinion. We have ours. We'll see you next time.
The official series book, Match of the Day, Top 10 of Everything at Ultimate Football Debates, contains deeper dives into topics from the series and exclusive new lists from Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer and Micah Richards.